Mars
Hello,
in
next
Aries.
we have Mars in Aries. So Mars in Aries. See, I'm never prepared before a video, am I? I'm just like this, meaning around. Mars in Aries, right? Mars loves to be in Aries. It's the planet it's ruled by. It's the hot red planet that can get angry very quick, but then is like, that's it, I've had my meltdown, I'm moving on. Sometimes Aries can be seen as a little stuck up, a little rude, but that's not like it's not intentional. That's just who they are. They don't have time for like people pleasing. That's just not who they are. They're often, a lot of the time, the first person who won survival was an Aries. They're the first sign of the zodiac, so they're going to be like people who've does something for the first time, like, okay, says like break a record, like I just said, the first person to win Survivor was an Aries. Here's some examples of some celebrities. Evan Peters, I believe, like, he started on American Horror Story, probably loads of things before that, I'm not too sure of, but he's an initiator in his area. He has done the Dharma series, I never watched American Horror Story, but he's done that, and he's got a very popular, loyal fan base. And Aries, if they really do like you, you won't be in an Aries life if they don't like you, put it that way. You will know if an Aries likes you or not. That's why I get annoyed with like the Libra energy, because it's very oppositional to that. Like, if an Aries likes you, you'll know it. I know, trust, having met Aries midheaven. This is the tricky one. I gotta say, like, allegedly or whatever, but with things like this, came across very confident. He said that he looks is Jesus in a lot of his stand-up. He gave away a lot of what he was as well, which is very kind of Aries, like they're not like the Scorpio side of Mars where things are hidden. Like, things with Aries are often out in the open. Not always, but some of the time, like I say, you've got to look at the rest of the chart. So you see his moon is in Aries as well, so it's conjuncting his Mars. So his sexual energy and his physical energy is in essence with who he is a person. I roll. Don't know why, but find this woman absolutely terrifying, and all I've really seen of her is her interview with Naomi Campbell, and I have to say, the industry pitted those two against each other more for being like the two only black girls at the time, and I think it was more that than rather than the whole Naomi thing. Of course, Naomi probably wanted to be the only black lady and woman of colour and the darker lady. I don't know, there's a lot of like things in the black community with colorism, but Tyra Banks can be very direct but also very like quite rude. Like, she's got that Sagittarius energy as well. And let's have a look at her dominance, her Aries, Cancer and Sagittarius. Now look, there's a mixture of mutable energy, the Sag, the Cancer energy, if you want to put it this way, manipulative, but also like mothering, because her rising sign's Cancer as well. And also the dominance of the Aries there, and an Aries midheaven and an Aries moon. So her midheaven is on her moon is on her midheaven as well as her Mars. So yeah, she would do anything for fame, I have to say, and she did. Look at her career. I'm saying these guys are go-getters as well. All of the cardinal signs work well in Mars, apart from Libra. There can be problems. This man is quite a controversy in himself. He said a lot of comments that are not very appropriate, I believe, very Aries. But then they're going to expect you to get over it just as quickly as they've got over it. They're very bold, they're very brash, they're very, oh God, if you know an Aries, you know the energy they bring is very like bold and, not so much like charismatic, but you know where you are with an Aries. You really, really do. Like, people might not think that. And there's an example coming up here. But like I said, it can be like, there's just so much I'm learning where you can read in a chart that can mean so many things. And like, sometimes you'll see it yourself and just point it out and it'll be there. And you'll be like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. That's why they're this way. And look, of course, he's an Aquarius rising with midheaven in Scorpio. That's a lot of fixed energy he's got there in his chart with his an Aquarius moon being on his ascendant. So he's going to be like very intuitive with things, but in an Aquarius way, an unconventional way. Margot Robbie, I'd say out of all of the people on here, she has used it in the best way possible because she is just like a go-getter. She'll do all these movies. She's done so successfully with them. And she obviously wants to be one of those people, one of those actresses who is doing that all the time, who is going out there, who's working her arse off and is also still such a nice lady. How come a lot of these actors who like play the roles of real people, a lot of the time are Australia? Like, I don't know much about Aussies, but they seem like nice people, like, and they get foreshadowed a bit. I'm gonna look in my Linda Goodrem book in a minute because she names all the states and countries with star signs. Of course, England's an Aries. But this woman, yeah, I'd say her Aries is coming out. She's a Cancer sun. I believe she's a Cancer rising as well. And she's a Scorpio moon. Go girl, Scorpio moon. So yeah. Midheaven is probably then in Aries, or if it's not in Aries, it's in Taurus. This man absolutely terrifies me. I don't know why he scares me. He reminds me of one of my ex-boyfriends, and I just find him terrifying. Just that look. He looks really creepy, like he's done some really debaucherous things. And I believe he has. He's supposedly got a cult, an island in Croatia, where people go to camp, whatever his band is. Something oh my God, same as Freddie Mercury, picked his name, who's a Virgo. Virgo's ruled by Mercury. 30 seconds to Mars in fucking Aries. Look, astrology, it just comes, sometimes it is that literal in a chart. But yeah, this guy is one of these charming guys in Hollywood who will use his looks to get ahead, and this man wants to get ahead. He's in a cult. Look at his dominants are Aquarius, Aries, and Sagittarius. That's some clever energy he's got there. He is a clever man. And his dominants are Venus, Saturn, and Neptune. So the lines are going to be blurred with his beauty. But then, I'm seeing it so much now with this man. Oh, and it scares me even more because, right, okay, Saturn, intelligent, older wisdom, right, and he's a Capricorn sun. So that is why it's making Saturn dominant in his chart. And then Venus, because he's on dark-sided end, Venus is the cult, Taurus is the cult leader, okay? I'm just saying dark-sided, okay? You can see this literally here in his chart. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Venus, his beauty, Saturn, his intelligence, and Neptune, the delusion to fool you all. Right, you know where you are with this woman, I'll just say that. You know where you are with Kourtney Kardashian. She just is who she is. It's very weird. Sometimes it's not like the other guys, but she ain't a fame whore. And if she is, it's only because her mother's told her to do it. She ain't like Kim. She's not like a Libra. She doesn't want loads of attention. Like, Aries are happy to just move on their own. They do like some attention, of course, we all do. But not in the same way that Kim does it, like Doja Cat does it, you know? It's ridiculous. But I think she's like, I'm not that keen on her, but she's the most realist, down-to-earth out of them Kardashians, and that Mars in Aries is like saying, no, I ain't gonna fucking do what you tell me to do. I am gonna do it my way, and this is how I do it. And traditionally, I guess you wouldn't say that they get on, but Chloe's Mars is in Scorpio, both Mars-ruled planet, but Pluto's like the modern ruler of that, so that's why I get on. Kim is a Sagittarius Mars, so traditionally their energy should get on, and sometimes it does, so that's why you see a lot of the time. There's other aspects that I can't go into because I'm running out of time. That would just have to be for another video. And look, Aries, one of like the first people of his time to be one of these people who created women. He literally created women. Like, you know how Kanye did with Amber Rose and Julia Fox and Kim Kardashian and made them the way they were. Prince started that with Carmen Electra, Sheila E. Who else?